As soon as I open the door, Blackie's here. Hey, Blackie. Yeah, tasty, huh? I love those noises he makes. These are the most tasty. It's auction day. These are the tasty ones. That lady over there, she doesn't buy the real tasty ones. I know through experimentation. When the big evil one, he just took one sniff and walked away and cost me loads of dough until I found the ones they like. And then he harassed me ever since. And this one does, and Orangey does, and that lady's cat does. Right then, now we are going to get moving. Here we go. Okay, a respite. Well, the samurai are out in force. Oh, wow. Today, at one of my fave auction houses, well, I certainly broke the bank. I'm like, oh no, I'm going way over my budget. Oh man, I'm going to have to hide from the warehouse owner again, but that's okay. We'll discover some way to survive. At the auction house there, they had some real nice katanas, real deal. These are real deal. That's real deal. Wow, real deal. There was some beautiful katanas there. I can buy them. It's just the having to deal with the thingamajiggies. But I have some like blade weaponry that isn't like Yari spear blades. If they've got Torok shell, they're a different thing. You don't have to go through the police and all that sort of stuff to do that. So they're groovy. There was one today at the auction house that didn't need a Torok shell, the registration number due to size regulations, and but it went up way too high. And there were a few other spears, and there was a naginata there too. And those spears had those. There was two blades. One was much thinner, but and there was two spears for the blades, and then there was with blades, and then there was and had the holders, all kinds of stuff. And naginata there was really great. I didn't happen to I wasn't standing in the right location. Everyone was crowded around when we all went inside. We did the outside stuff like that. Wow. Trust me when I say that's not a whole lot of fun carrying it around on your own. I was like, had to prove it to myself, didn't I? Yeah, I can do this. There's two guys were carrying it, and I go, watch this. I picked it up, whoa. I carried it myself. That's the fire god. That's real deal granite. It's way too heavy for the postal service to handle that. I haven't dealt with a particular freighter on particular size, and I might just go and talk to them and see what. I know they can handle really heavy stuff. This is not FedEx, it's another mob, but they do air freight and all that. I think they have all affiliations with all this sort of thing, and like FedEx would have to handle these, for instance. I have to deal with some of them. I've got to go and see this bloke, reconditions stuff like this and all kinds of stuff, and call him Samurai-san. There's a bit of rotting out in some of these, and I'll just have to come up with a plan for a couple of them, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, wow, look at all the fittings and the copper fittings, and we've got the iron fittings and all kinds of bits and pieces. Don't have blades for them. They would have had really long blades, some of them. Some of them would have had really long blades. Have to deal somehow with that sold there. Some of the wood, bit of rotting in the wood, just maybe from where some of them were sitting for centuries. So I'll go over them. I'll get a closer inspection. I've got a good look at them. Most of them are really good, so that's fine. I've got a beautiful Gogen Biwa in there, or could say it was beautiful. It's over 150 years old. A chap was translating the script on it, and it would need a fair bit of repair, but that'll be a beautiful project Biwa, that one. Nice. This just, wow, beautiful drum, beautiful condition, wowsy wow on that one. This is awesome. I found that the location where we were putting everything, where you sort of, you buy something, the blokes working there, they run around and move your stuff to a certain location, and that's your location, that's your stuff, that's your stuff. And one spot where they put it down, because it had rained overnight, and so they put up some tarps and coverings and all this sort of stuff, but there was still moist on this concrete stuff, and there's a bit of dirt there. It's okay, but yeah, just a bit of that. But that there is one of those short kotos, 13-string koto. Now, with this, there was 12 bridges, and when we they opened it up and had a look, as they were moving along there, and but I got there early enough to have an inspection. Oh, before I forget, I got some goishis and stuff down there, a couple of them. Some real deal shells too. I've got stones and shells. Stones and shells for go boards. And when I had time to go and inspect things, and I was like, oh man, it's only got 12 of the bridges, and then I noticed, I sort of picked it up and had a look underneath, and I noticed there was some kind of pouch thing, and I was like, oh, I better open this up, and I just felt inside, because I didn't have time, I was doing other stuff, and everyone's getting ready, and we're moving all these things and bloody blahs, and I could feel one of the bridges in the pouch, and I was like, oh, I got to, and I had to quickly zip that up and help some other people move some heavy stuff, and so that's how that panned out. And so I knew that they still went all right. They still started bidding on. Oh, I'm like, oh man. And but I knew they dropped out of the bidding because I came in and sniped them on that one, because I knew that it had the bridge. So I got it at a decent price, because they're awesome. Those short koto. So the big kotos cost you a load of dough to send them, because they're so long, yeah. So with the koto, it's not so much the weight, it's the length. But these, same dealie, we use 13 strings. And it's got even books and all kinds of things with it. It's fantastic, and I've got a good deal on that one. A few other things I didn't get a very good deal. But some of the Richie Riches were there today, but everyone was great. I got right in there, mate. Got right in there. Bit scarred up because I helped the guys, the young guys, move things, and I picked up a bunch of, like, there was some stone, there's other stones there, people going for them, and there was one I should have bet on. Oh man, it was this beautiful tanuki, a stone tanuki. It was so cute, and I was like doing something else and got a bit distracted. I was like, oh. Huh? And it went like way cheaper than I thought it would. I'm like, what? So, and this lady bought it, and I'm like, oh man. I'm thinking, I'll be able to help carry it at least. Didn't get much in the way of tools. It rained a lot overnight, so I've got a chamois set in that case there, so it'll be all right. I don't know if I'll even have to tarp up. But I am going to go straight to the warehouse, a couple of hours away, unload. Yeah, that's real deal granite, that thing right there. That's, wow. These are highly coveted. I hope I'll get my money back on this unit. These are awesome. And that would have been at a Buddhist temple, Shinto shrine. Maybe not really old, but it's a real deal. Maybe in someone's awesome, like a manor house garden, something like that. Absolutely beautiful. There was another thing that I was keen on to have a look at, and I quickly went over and I thought, well, what is that made out of? I want to know, and I couldn't quite tell if I just sort of went like that underneath it. That's how you can tell if it's the real deal. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I haven't inspected that yet. I think it might be sandstone, but it's awesome. Wait till you see it, like run time, man. So I got to check that, and as you can see, others have too, and they know it. So that's why people knew that was real deal granite stone. No one, because it was that. He's awesome, that dude over there. And we've got Hope over there with his staff. The staff comes out too. Because it was really wet. It dried out a fair. It's dried out a fair bit now, but it was really muddy and stuff. And no one really, because they're often wearing all fancy pants clothing, and they get the younger, some underlings to do their work and stuff like that for them, But they were like, oh, it's a rainy day, so you got mud and stuff, and they didn't really want. Usually they would just go way over me, but so I went for it, and they said, "Oh no, we can't let it go for that, and we have to, you have to up it." But they said, "All right, what about this?" And they gave me a decent deal. And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And they go, "Yeah, we can't accept any less than that." I'm like, "All right, no problem. Okay, I'm going to go for it," and I did. And then a bit of a laugh when there was quite a lot of stones, and I'm like just picking them up. Yeah, no worries, because I'm wearing my classiest, or the second classiest outfit here, and so I'm just picking up stones and moving things and helping people move and stuff. There wasn't a whole lot today, like on the outside, quite a lot inside, just because of worrying about the weather and how it's going to deal. They had all these coverings and all kinds of stuff, so that was going on. Yeah, well, that Biwa, that's actually a Biwa stand, but the problem is I just put it in the back there because one of the legs is missing off it, and that would be very repairable. Yeah, so I think you can dismantle them. It's got like a wedge thing in there, you take that out, blah blah. So just making up another bit of wood for that. I mean, that's someone out there, they're good. Someone out there would like to repair that. I did get some chisels, they're in there, not a lot, but yeah, these, man, I hope to get my money back, but I'm like, at least get my money back. And oh wow, what a, just awesome. I got everything, I moved everything out and I paid up, but I was figuring out a way, because they're all in there doing their thing, and later on they're going to do the scrolls in the scroll room, and they were all in the scroll room. They had put them there, and I was like, how am I going to get them out of here? And they've got these big long lounge chair things that they were selling, and they sold those, but some people were sitting in, and there was an old bloke, he was right there. If only he was like there or there, and he's right there, and he was asleep. And I was like, I wanted to bring these around. I had concocted this idea. I used a sliding door, and then there's the loo here, and then I opened this door, and I can just get angularization and whoosh straight out, one by one. I can take him out and sit him up against these roofing tiley things and pop them up there, and they won't fall slide over. And I'm like, right. And this bloke, he was sleeping there. I didn't have the heart to wake him up. I was like, oh mate, he's probably some big wig, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? And probably about half hour into like just moving some stuff, I sort of peeked in, and he wasn't there. Oh shit, right, time to go. And battle stations, I take my shoes off and I go in there, and I sort of weave my way around, and I start navigating them out. And some people are coming in, going to the loo, it's like, aviate, navigate, communicate, we can do this. And it's like Japanese television, isn't it? Make something really way more exciting than what it was. No, it's true, because that's the stress time when everyone's trying to sort of figure out moving their stuff out, and other people are still in there. Plenty of them are bidding, but their underlings are moving kind of shit and all that sort of stuff, and other people are leaving earlier, and that's the stress time, especially if the heavens open up. So I managed to do that stress-free. That was brilliant. That was an act of brilliance. That's just genius level, that was. To make that happen, I was like, man, how is this going to happen? But it's like, they're so freaking awesome that you just don't care about that sort of stuff. It's like, worry about that later. Mate, he probably never sell, because that's just awesome. And I've got to get my money back for that at least. And to send it, it's going to cost a lot, but because he's way over the max weights for what the post office can handle. But he's rad. He's rad. I'll have to... Curious what Holte-san is made out of. I don't know. If that's sandstone, but that's Jizzo. Let's go have a look over here. I sound pretty excited. I've had a fantastic day. I was in there just helping everyone, you know, moving all these boxes, and someone said, it's going to be a short day today because I was hooking in. No, it's not that. Right. I was in there hooking in, mate. That was exercise, mate. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Scarred up all over the show from grabbing all kinds of boxes, and that's not self-harm. That's just me being. We don't need another year. And people are noticing me. I'm just hooking in because I just wanted to. I've got my power back, man. I can't believe it. For a while there, I started to worry about. I was going on this following Eddie Hall with his carnivore diet, as some other people do carnivore diet, and I'm like, whoa, what's wrong with me? And after about a month of that, it's just like I've been gravitating towards that anyways. I was like, man, what is going wrong with me? Is it the big, I've been worried about, is it the big AGE word? I'm like, no way, it can't be that. And I keep trying to say, no, it's not that. So, let's get it. What I found was, because I had sort of made my diet so concise just due to laziness or wanting more time, and didn't spend a whole lot of time preparing and making some decent meal with all kinds of variety, I would just eat pretty much the same thing all the time. And I found that I wanted to experiment. I'm thinking maybe I'm losing some nutrients. And the video thing cut out for a second there. It gets to 17 and 9 minutes or something, and then it stopped. And I'm like, what? For months I've been, what is wrong with me, And other than just being normal me, there's a bombshell bell in there. Saw one the other day, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on with me? And so, Joe Wider, I think he's like some bloke in the 60s, I think he was a bodybuilder or something, and his products are Wider products. And I know in many of the stores you've got these squishy gel things. I don't really know what's in it, so I won't have it all the time, but one's protein and one's energy, and one's vitamins. And I'm like, maybe I'm missing some vitamins or something like that that's doing this to me. What's going on? And so what I did was I went and got one of those gel pack things, and I went squeezed the whole lot into me, and I'll tell you, within a few hours I started feeling, because I swear, I didn't tell anyone, but I was like, I felt like about 70% of my power was gone. I was just like, for weeks I'm just down to like about 30% of my power. I'm like, man, what, this is getting serious. And I found within a few hours I already start to get some of my physical strength back, you know. And because I've been off booze, I've been off coffee, I've been off just everything, you know. And now I'm like, what's going on with me? And so a few hours I started feeling alright again. And it was like, I'm not perfect with my Achilles heel. I went for a nice run along the beach last night, and until my Achilles heel, that these two muscles on the side, I'll talk about that later. But it's coming good again. Might push it a bit hard, but cardio wise I was fine. And there's a jizzo over here, there's a few. So I started to feel alright. So I was thinking, these guys that are on this, these bodybuilders and all that, they're on this nothing but protein. Some of them eat nothing but meat. There's another jizzo in there, see? It's a different design jizzo. Isn't that great? Get boo burp. Like Eddie Hall was saying that he's been on this protein stuff, but he said he has to get some fibre into himself because he burped at the wrong end, but it wasn't a burp. It was more solid than that. You know? Not so. It was pretty icky, he said. He shat himself a few times, so he got a bunch of fibre in himself. So I'm thinking, maybe I'm missing some kind of nutrients, you know. And this made me feel alright. I think, well, maybe it's just drugs in it or something, or preservatives or something. So what I did was, I immediately, for the next day's food, I went and got a whole bunch of vegetables, broccoli and all this sort of stuff, broccoli, potatoes, onions, all the stuff that I normally throw in a roast. Now I put a whole chunk of meat in there, a whole chunk of broccoli. I'm thinking, I'm onto something here. And voila, a few days later, we don't need another here. I'm jogging along the beach and my back's feeling pretty good, and mate, I'm feeling alright. And my power's coming back. Just amazing. Latte coffee. We've got some alcohol 3% Suntory booze. That reduces body fat. Let's try that one. No, we're not going to try it. But what is this? It's reduces body fat. Oh, this is Ultra. Unsweetened bold green tea. Yeah. So these are all given to, as eventually it'll be cleaned up. That kind of make a bit of a mess really, but this is all when they pray, you see, like that. And sometimes it's sake you'll find around the place. You'll see sake and things like that. Sake, there's a bunch of juice and stuff. So anyways, I'm not kidding you. I found, now I haven't refined my findings, my scientific findings here. They're all jizzo there too. So I haven't pinpointed the actual nutrients that I was lacking, but I did, you know, I was getting to the point where I was going for this a carnivore diet, but when people swear by the carnivore diet, they say they lose weight but they gain muscle and all this sort of stuff, and yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in that, but as Eddie Hall was saying, he has to supplement his meals with other stuff. I think maybe he takes a whole lot of different powders and proteins, whatever. This guy's into all that the world's strongest man stuff, or was. It still does a lot of stuff, but anyways, a good test, you know, if he's going to do that. I don't know if he's on test, it probably is, but anyways, is HGH legal in England? I don't know, but anyways, I am absolutely certain that the human body does need your greens and all this sort of bizzo. You can't just live on just meat alone, just straight, strict carnivore diet. because you, well, I guess I'm not that human that most people are, but I found this, my power just incrementally, I like that word, just this reduction and reducing my physical prowess, my power. I was like, whoa, So it wasn't taking my will away, but it was taking my power away. That was once an Ishidoro, like that. Ends up in there. That reminds me, there's the base, there's the base, there's the shaft. There's the top of it there. That reminds me, not quite as big as that, about up to here-ish. There was a copper, about that size, width-wise, about, yay big, copper. It went for about the equivalent of US dollars, about $1,500. Oh, this guy bought this little cup thing for the equivalent of $2,000 today. Another guy bought this it looked like a stick to me. These guys were on the phone talking to some dudes and telling them how much they're going for, how much, and there was another guy in there, and then two online bidders, I guess you call them, not on the phone bidders, and these things went for about $1,000 each, just a stick. Now, I didn't get a close look. I sort of leaned over and have a look. Oh, what is this thing? And some kind of dealy-wheelie that the Chinese guys really wanted. Might have, I don't know what. Don't know, but there was a lot of interest in it. If only I knew. I don't know. Anyways, back to the power story. I swear on all the gods I can name, I wasn't telling anyone about it, but I was losing my physical strength. And I was like, what is going on here? There's another Ishidoro. That's tea house, yeah? I was like, what is going on here? It's got to be either that scary AGE word that we don't talk about, or it's, I just got to take it easy with the Achilles tendon last night. It started to go. I couldn't keep going. I wanted to keep going, but I couldn't because it started to pack in, and I figure I won't push it too hard. So I'll still do this, but it's still painful. Got the old tiger balm on it, rubbing on the tiger balm. I looked it up. I always thought the Achilles heel was about, I don't know, about that long. It was actually way longer. I thought it was just that thin tendon part, and it's way higher, and then you got your upper calf muscles, and then you got two muscles on the side of the Achilles tendon. And the inner one and the Achilles tendon started to give me some real, like, whoa, you better stop and drag yourself for a while. So I'm just like dragging myself along for another couple of Ks. Now I thought, oh, F this, fruit tingle this, or I'll just start doing some push-ups instead. So I think I might do that. Now, it's got to be Nick here, you'll find him in my warehouse. Right, so I started to really lose my power. So, alright, I'll get to the point of the story. You need your greens, and you need, that variety and all those nutrients and all that different stuff. In fact, I started drinking a fair bit of milk. I'm up to, like, milk's really cheap, actually. And I'm up to, like, drinking nearly 2 litres of milk a day. Maybe I'm going to become a milk addict. One drug to the next or something. But no, just within days, it was probably about 5 days ago that I started to go, right, I better find out if this is nutrients or if it really is that scary word. And imagine how much pain I'm going to feel if I ever get OLD. Oh my. Anyways, and within, I still feel I was just getting more and more and more of my power back. Just like that. And today I was proving I'm just moving all these things. I'll lift up that stone. No, I'll deal with it, I'll deal with it on my own. People go, whoa. And I'm feeling good. I'm not trying to be Captain Hero Man in front of everyone. I'm feeling good, like, whoa, my power's coming back. That was a wonderful feeling. Just knowing that my power is coming back. Because I really was starting to think, hey, if this keeps going like this, this might not be good. So, what do I do? And so, anyone out there, if you're feeling lethargic or something like that, or you're feeling like your will is just, and your soul is just falling out or something, have a look at your diet and go, right, I'm going to have a tremendous amount. I'm going to get some fruit juice and stuff, and mix that with water if it's concentrated. Right, get some of that into me. Right, there's my vitamin C. I'm out there, I've got a lot of vitamin D into me. My skin's just freaking awesome. That it so helps your skin, right? And then just get that whole array of all manner of nutrients from all kinds of vegetables and stuff. In fact, I've got this juice stuff that comprises of, I think it's 24 different types of vegetables and fruits. It's all mixed in, and it's delicious too. And so because it's fairly concentrated, or at least I can't handle that sort of stuff. I'm watching a koi down here. I can see a koi breaking the surface. I saw some mini ones over there. And yeah, this stuff, I mean, if you can't get enough nutrients out of that, you know, there's something wrong. And that had an enormous amount of nutrients just in that. And then all this other stuff that I'm just piling in all these nutrients, and voila, just like that, within days, I'm not only just sort of starting to feel better, but I'm starting to go, oh, I want to go for that, going along the beach and yeah, and feeling good. And you know, I start off with doing 100 jumping jacks, and then immediately start jogging and go a couple of Ks, and then sort of do some like stretches and all this kind of bull dust and push-ups and whatever. And I'm telling you, if you're feeling a bit sort of like off, or it might be just some simple factor about your diet. And I was really laxing in that, where I was like, oh, it's so much easier just to grab a lump of that, throw it in that oven, press a few buttons, and that'll do. I'll devour it. Yeah. So roll up this morning. There's this lady there that calls me Darling Son. Goes from Darren Son, there he is, right, to Darling Son. And I'm trying to get it. I was flexing like this just for a bit of a laugh, and I said to one of the girls was there. Some of them speak English, and some, you know, the younger people don't understand. I'm trying to get her attention. I'm like doing these muscle poses. I'm trying to get her attention. But here he is. He's just over there. So it's a wonderful feeling when you can just hit that nail on the head and go, right, that's what's wrong with me. Last night I hit the bed, I was pretty tired and sore. I got that tiger balm on my muscles there to ease that up. I figure I'll just sort of go easy on this Achilles tendon here. If you go too hard, you end up like Eli Tomac, and all of a sudden you're out of you lose the Supercross Championship and you're out for 6 months. That really did happen to him. So, and if I walk uphill, a slight incline, it doesn't hurt as much. Really? Wow, look at that. Got some similarities in the back of the rig. I'm starting to feel it now, though. Alright, so maybe not that incline, but that incline. How about we don't push it? How about that? I'll just do some upper body stuff later today, and that'll be alright. Oh, today, this very day, today is the 3rd no, October, and Noctober, the 3rd of October. I'll just leave all that there, that'll be fine. And so that would mark officially, what's that now? That's 7 months of sobriety. That's a freaking miracle. Who would have thought that, huh? I bet people have got like bets on, expecting that I'll be just fall straight back into the drink and yeehaw. I mean, it's bloody great times, but I've got some plans. I've got plans. I'd like to go up that rickety thing there and the cicadas had a bad day. Yeah, up there, there's a beautiful bombshell bell. Yep, nice. Oh. So we'll just take it easy, don't slip down. I might be able to go for a bit of a walk. We'll see how it goes, or maybe do some light stretching. I don't know if anyone out there knows about Achilles heel, not reconstruction, Achilles heel, what do you call that, rehabbing or something. Maybe it's not the best idea to go walking up and down a bunch of old stairs. It could be really slippery when they're wet, and it is wet, and the moss like that, that's thinking. Oh, maybe I should get a picture of this.